So let's quickly revise the life cycle, then we move on. So in the life cycle, I have told you first we discussed about the life cycle of a butterfly. So you should know the insects which is following the life cycle of 3-stage or it is a 4-stage. As I told you in the previous class, a 3-stage life cycle consists of egg, nymph and adult. And the 4-stage life cycle consists of egg, larva, pupa and adult. Is that clear? So you should know which insects follow a 3-stage life cycle and which insects follow a 4-stage life cycle. Coming to butterfly, it is following a 4-stage life cycle. In that we have seen the eggs are laid, and from that the caterpillar comes out, which feeds or eats, and then it grows bigger. After that, it forms a covering, a hard covering around it. That is the cocoon. Inside that, the caterpillar develops into the pupa. And this pupa turns into a small butterfly or a moth. Okay. And then this moth comes out of the cocoon. It leaves the cocoon and the butterfly comes out. And again, it is ready to lay the eggs. This only we had done. You can have a look on the, just read it quickly on your own fast. Just see. We have covered all these things. Molting. Yeah, molting was a process.
Ma'am.
Please raise your hand, beta. If you say interrupt in between, I will not understand also who is speaking. Please raise your hand and then you can speak. Molting. Molting is shedding of the skin of the insect. So insect keeps on shedding their skin. So that process is known as molting. In pupa, or the other name for pupa is chrysalis. And here again we have done that the caterpillar reaches to its maximum size and it removes its old skin and a new protective skin, that is cocoon, is formed where the caterpillar converts into the pupa. Adult butterfly is there which pumps the blood into the wrinkled wings. Amir, Sahani, Huria, please, Huria, you can switch on your camera, and both of you please raise your hands, Amir and Huria. Others are old.
Ma'am.
Amir, please.
Ma'am, my video is on.
Okay, beta, but I'm saying you raise your hand, then only you will come to my screen. Okay. Up. Please raise your hand, both of you. Huria and Amir, please raise your hand digitally. Digitally, not manually, digitally. So both of you will come up. I can see your faces then. You have still not raised your hands. Still both of you, yeah. Yes, Ahmed. Now you are visible to me. Huria, you have still not raised your hand. Please raise your hand. You will come up. Yes, Ahmed. This is your first class.
No, yes, first class. Ma'am, yes, first class.
Okay. So have you seen any demo or the previous classes of mine?
Ma'am, I have seen a demo.
Demo.
No,
and
no, ma'am. This is the first time. Ma'am, this is the first time.
First time. Okay. You know we have already covered with the first chapter, that is plants.
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. So Amir and Huria, I just want to inform you that we have covered with the first, this animals topic is our second chapter. We have covered with the first chapter. Okay. Videos or recordings are available with Olympiad Success. You can ask them for the recording. Okay, beta? Okay. So both of you, you will today ask them for the recordings. You will see the recordings. You will learn the chapter, prepare the chapter. Okay. Anything if you don't understand, when we in the next class we are having an animals test discussion, on that day you can ask me if you have not understood anything from the plants chapter also. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So here we are doing life cycle. So actually life cycle topic we have already covered in our previous class. Okay, Amir and Huria. Okay, so if you want to see, you can see the recording of that also. So I think in my opinion, you need 3 recordings, 2 of plants and 1 of animals. Okay, this is the animal second class. Is that clear, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it is the adult butterfly, which I told you that the butterfly leaves the cocoon and it sends blood to its wrinkled wings. Wrinkled wings are these. Okay. Then we have already discussed about the life cycle of a grasshopper. You can see that it is a three-stage life cycle where it is egg, nymph, and adult. And we have already done that the nymph, it resembles that of the adult, but it do not have wings. Yes. So eggs laid, they are in the pod and some sticky substance is sprayed on the egg, which hardens and makes a protective covering. Then the nymph is there, which is undergoes molting or shed their skin 5 to 6 times. And they start eating plants after just hatching from the egg. Then we have seen an adult grasshopper, which is there, which is ready. Again, the female grasshopper is ready to lay the eggs. Coming to the life cycle of a frog, which is again a 4-stage life cycle. And a very important thing in frog, I told you that the frog, when it is in the tadpole stage, it breathes through gills. Remember that. Whenever this frog is in tadpole stage, it breathes through gills. And when an adult frog is formed, it breathes through lungs. These gills develop into lungs when the tadpole develops into the adult frog. Remember that. Okay. This is a very important thing. Egg is there. So many eggs are laid, which is jelly-like substance is secreted on it. Okay, so that no one can consume it. Then this is the tadpole form where there is long tail. Okay, and slowly this tail size reduces. Yes, froglet is formed where the tail size reduces and it starts flowing in the water also. And when it forms an adult frog, the complete tail is disappeared. Is that clear? So you should know in which stage what is happening. Then we have seen the life cycle of a cockroach, in which again it is a 3-stage life cycle like the grasshopper, egg, nymph, and the cockroach or the adult cockroach. Clear? So 10 to 55 eggs are laid by the female, and what is the time period and all that you should know. Then nymph is there, which is light brown in color. When it matures into an adult cockroach, it forms a dark brown color. Again, it is forming, molting and maturing. Adult is dark brown in color. Some frogs can fly, they have wings, and some usually crawl from one place to another. After that, we have started with the characteristics of animals. Yes. So life cycles are completed. Now we have to do with the characteristics of animals, which also I have discussed in my previous class, that what animals do. Animals, we also come in the category of animals also. We need to breathe also. We will eat also. We will move also. We will grow also. Yes, these all things the human beings and animals do. Yes. And why animals or human beings move from one place to another? That is in search of food, in search of shelter, from protection from the environment. Yeah, natural calamities like your storm, wind, hot, cold. Okay, protection from the enemies also. So this type of movement from one place to another, that is known as locomotion. Okay, so different type of movements are there in different animals. So animals, they move from one place to another called locomotion. And this is done in search of shelter, in search of food, shelter, food. Amir and Huria, you can please write down, make one notebook and you need to write down, okay? So that when you revise, it will be very easy for you. Okay, all others are writing, all your fellow friends are writing only. Okay, beta? It will be easy when you do the revision, it will be very easy for you. Shelter, food, protection from the enemies, Enemies means those who can eat the animals. Okay. And
I'm writing 1 second. My notebook is coming, ma'am.
okay, beta. Okay. Protection from enemies and also protection from natural calamities. Natural calamities, your can be wind, hot weather, cold weather, or flood, earthquake. These are all the natural calamities, not hot, cold, but flood and your. What do you mean by drought? Anyone knows what is drought? Flood, so I think everyone knows that. Yes, Krishna, what is drought?
Yes, ma'am. Drought is a excuse me, ma'am. Drought is a period of time when rain doesn't happen for a long time. The
Exactly.
land becomes really dry and it becomes like a desert type thing.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
yes, and there is no water during that period
Yes.
of time.
Drought is
Crops do.
Drought is completely dryness. Okay, water is not there for a long period, so there is complete dryness. Maybe the land can become barren also, means no vegetation can be grown on that land also.
Barren means like the deserts.
Yes. Okay, coming back to this, so I hope you have understood this. Next, coming to your that various ways in which the locomotion is done by different insects or different animals. Like already I have told you in the previous class also, like ants are there, they will walk, or you can say they will crawl. We can say the other word is we can crawl also. Okay, ants and housefly. In fact, we can say housefly can even fly also. This is another type of locomotion that they can have. It is not that one animal can have only particular one locomotion type. No, it is not mandatory. It can have more than one more locomotion type. It can even crawl, it can even fly. Okay, it can even jump, it can even walk. Okay, so there can be more than one locomotion type in one insect or the animal. Okay, so coming to the ants and housefly, they both can walk also. Means first locomotion they have taken is walk. So in walk they have written ants and houseflies. You can quickly write down number 1, walk, ants, houseflies, so that you come to know which are the examples. They can be repeated also. Examples can be repeated also. So number 1 is walk, bracket, ants and housefly. These are the examples. Next we see jump. Jump we know that is flea beetles and frog hoppers. They jump. Their movement is one, that is they jump. Next comes hop. Hop is kudna. Hop is again a variety of jump only. That is again kudna, grasshoppers and cricket. It is not that grasshoppers can't crawl. They can also crawl also. Okay. So again, I'm repeating it. It is not that one insect is limited to one type of locomotion. Take humans also. What all actions we can do? We can jump, we can walk, we can run. Yes, these are all the actions we can do, but we can't fly.
Now we can't fly. That is
we can't fly. Yes, but some people, they have a wish that we can fly like a bird. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I also have.
Okay. So these are all the ways where the insects, these are all the ways of locomotion of insects which we are doing. Fly, mosquito flies, dragonflies flies.
Mom,
Ma'am, kids have to write this?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just saying they write the locomotion type, that is fly, like hop,
Okay.
fly, jump.
Ma'am,
Yes, Krishna.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, will you just kindly share the previous slide? Actually,
Previous
it's
slide.
one insect.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay, now you can move to the next one. Okay.
It is not the examples are limited to only these. Again, I'm repeating, there are many insects which can fly. Okay, but here we are focusing on the locomotion type, whether it is jump or it is hop or it is crawl or it is walk or it is fly. Okay. So these are different types of locomotion we insects have. Coming to animals. Animals can walk also. Animals can run also. Animals can jump also. So animals, these are which run fast. That is cheetah, horse. Next is the animals that walk on. Now, firstly, we have seen about the insects. Now we are seeing about the animals. Okay, there is a difference. Earlier we were seeing about the insects. Now we are discussing about the animals. So first is animals run fast. I already told you these are the locomotion done by the animals. Next is walk. That is cow and buffalo. Many others can walk. Even horse can walk. Yes, sheep can walk. So many animals are there which can walk. Animals which two legs, okay? They are not having four. Usually animals have four legs, but the animals which are having two legs and they can even walk on two legs. That is gorilla and deer. Okay, Ayansh. Nesha, have you returned? Okay, Nesha.
Ma'am, may I say something?
Yes, Krishna.
Yes, ma'am. Insects are the largest group in the animal kingdom, right, ma'am?
Yeah, they have the highest percentage on the world. In fact, only 2 to 5% are the mammals, whereas, or the vertebrates, whereas the insects which are invertebrates, they are 95 to 98%.
That's a huge number.
Yeah, that's a huge number. In
That's
comparison.
almost close to 100.
Amir, done? Okay, good. Now coming to the growth in animals. So what is happening? Like our body is made up of cells. I think this line everyone knows, that is our body is made up of cells. Now what is happening? When we are born, we are just like a small baby. Yes, we are just a small baby. What is happening? We are eating food, we are getting energy, our cells are getting multiplied, we are now becoming huge. Still you are smaller. Your mother and father, they are elder than you, they are bigger than you in height also, in health also, isn't it? So what is happening? The cells are multiplying in the number. Is that clear? And up to a certain limit, it keeps on growing. Cells are definitely multiplying in our body, because some cells in the daily life getting dead also, and some new cells are born also. Okay, this wear and tear of the cells and tissue keeps on going in our daily life. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Such an example is that the blood cells.
Many cells are there.
Yes.
Nerve cells are
Almost
there.
like 25 million blood cells are destroyed in each and every moment, and
Yes.
the same amount is created each and every second.
So one is living. If I compare it with non-living, okay, I hope you know all the examples of living and non-living. Living is like we are living. Non-living is like the table, the mobile. Okay. So living, if we see the characteristics of living, so living, they are made up of cells, we can say. Whereas this is not made up of cells. Okay. In the living, what happens? Livings can breathe. Wherever I am wrong, just correct me. Okay. Can breathe. They cannot breathe. Cross means cannot. Here, they can move from one place to another. Now a question arises here that, ma'am, okay, you are saying living can move, but plants and animals are living, but plants do not move. So how it is coming in the category? Now understand this question. Krishna, wait. So how it is doing that? See, what happens is there are some movements in the plants also. For example, some plants, like the sun is there. You know, we all know that plants, they require sunlight. Okay. For example, sunflower. You always see a sunflower plant, it tilts towards the sun. You always see that it is tilted towards the sun. That is what? That is a type of movement which is a plant showing. A touch me not plant. What happens? Whenever you touch it, its leaves get whorl. Okay, whorl means they get curled. Okay, so what is that? That is a type of a movement which a plant shows. So plant also shows the movements like the animals. Can move from one place to another, can breathe, can give out waste from the body. For example, in plants, the waste which is given out is which gas?
Oxygen.
And in animals, it is given out as carbon dioxide. Now, Krishna, you will not speak like this, okay? I have to give others also the chance. Okay, Krishna? Yes, good. Okay, but here, the non-living things cannot move until and unless you apply force and push it or pull it. And non-living, which cannot give out waste also, because no waste is generated, isn't it? Any other features? They can grow. Yeah, livings can grow also. Whereas non-living can't grow. Their size remains same throughout their life. One more point I have, that the livings, they have a particular lifespan. What do you understand by particular lifespan? Raise your hand. Midhansh, tell me what is a particular lifespan means?
Some animals live for years, some animals live for months, some animals.
Okay. So that means particular lifespan means they will take birth also and they will die also after whatever is the age limit. Like usually in human beings, we say the tentative age is 70, 75. Yes, average age, which is calculated. Okay. And different animals or insects have their own lifespan. Okay. Some will live for months, some will live for days, some will live for hours. Okay. So there is no such lifespan for the non-living. In this example can be plants and animals. And in non-living example can be your table, chair, etc. Amir, are you understanding? Please unmute yourself. Yes.
Ma'am.
Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Done. Shall I delete now? Okay. So no answer. That means all have written. So yes, I was informing you that in humans or the animals, their body is made up of cells. We can say the cells are the building blocks of the body, like the bricks are the building blocks of the houses. So in the same manner, we can say that the cells are the building blocks of the living body. Clear? Okay. Growth is an increase in size. Growth takes place when the cells within the living things increase in size and number. Throughout its life, a living thing continues to grow in different ways. Okay. Next comes the food consumption in animals. Now, this is very interesting topic and this will be repeated in your next class, then to next class, then to next class. Okay. Now, please understand it. Okay. Stop writing everyone and please understand first. Written this one, shall I delete? Then I'll explain. So these cells, they keep on growing in the number and size throughout the life in different manner.